Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Life of a Boss Live. And I am Jason Hardin, and this is my profile. So, welcome. Good morning. I hope everybody woke up. First of all, I don't care how you woke up. I just hope everybody woke up, first of all. And then after that, I hope everyone woke up feeling good, energized, refreshed, happy, and ready to go get it. It's still early, so I hope y'all ready to go get it, man. And it's early to other folks. It ain't early to me. Like 9 o'clock is late. If I get up at 9, I must have went to bed at like 5 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I never wake up at 9. You know, that is so late for me. 9 is damn near like noon. You know, I mean, this is just a hustler's clock talking. You know, I'm on a whole different time frame. But 9 is late. Who wakes up at 9? 9 is late. But I've been up for a while now. Got a lot of things done already. Shared the new episode of our podcast. If you haven't checked out our interview with Stephen Sneed, man, you definitely want to check it out. You definitely want to go look at it, listen to it. You can't watch it, but you can definitely listen to it. So actually, you can watch it. Matter of fact, join our group. Join the Life of a Boss, the podcast group. If you haven't joined the Life of a Boss, the podcast group yet, please do, because I do a lot of every episode with the interviews. I air live on the show. I mean, on that in that group. So if you want to catch some of the episodes and watch them before I actually put them together and place them on YouTube, man, check them out live on the Life of a Boss, the podcast page, and you will see some behind the scenes. I guess you'll hear some extra stuff that isn't exactly going to be a part of the episode because I trim it. And so you can get the raw, uncut, live in your face version of every interview if you just join the group, Life of a Boss, the podcast, the group. So join that, and then when you do. Check out the interview with Stephen Sneed. And if you don't join the group and you still want to check out the interview, check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music. We're everywhere. So check out Life of a Boss, the podcast, on any platform that you have and that you listen to podcasts on. And then check out that interview with Stephen Sneed, because this morning we released the podcast episode of my takeaways, my own personal takeaways from the interview with Stephen Sneed, and there are a lot. You know, not as many as I'd like to go into, because there's so many things that I took away from that interview. But my top takeaways are the ones I got the episode on. So check that out today. It just aired 5 a.m. today, so check that out and let me know what you think. And it basically is an interview about Steve's escape from that 9-to-5 work life. And I believe it was inspirational and incredible that he did it, you know. And I know there's a lot of people that want to be entrepreneurs nowadays. Like I said, the shit is popular now. Being your own boss and creating your own business and all that's trending, you know, and for good reason, for real, because it's to me, it's the only way to live, you know. For me, you know, I know that we need doctors, we need scientists, we need I ain't gonna say we need lawyers, but we definitely need doctors and scientists and teachers and other folks who need that education, you know, who need to go through the educational system and pretty much all of it, you know, and then med school or whatever comes afterwards. But that's not for everybody. To be honest, that is not for everybody. Not everybody's an engineer. Not everybody's into medicine. Not everybody's into biology. Not everybody's into science. Not everybody's good with numbers or calculations like that. But there is something for everybody. You know, just because that and the traditional educational route and the higher educational route isn't for everybody, or that super oriented career route or defined career route isn't or traditional career route isn't for everybody, there is something for everybody. And I think the only way to find that is through entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship will have you getting paid for what you naturally can do well. And I think that is the key to life. That right there is really success to me. Doing what you do naturally, and not just naturally, what you put your own energy and time learning, what you put your effort and interest behind, man. That's what you should be doing for money. That's what you should be doing for a living. And I think we all need to find that somehow. And the way we find that is to actually and actively look. We have to constantly discover what our interests are. We have to constantly discover who we are. And if we don't know who we are as individuals, then it's hard to know what we want. It's hard to ever know what we could want if we don't ever know ourselves. So that's neither here nor there. But I just wanted to piggyback off of the interview with Steve and say that entrepreneurship is it's a movement right now, and the thing is, it's not for everybody, but it can be. And what I really wanted to discuss in the interview and within the takeaways is that what should be in place, or what attitude you should have, or what perspective you should be looking through before you make that transition, before you just give up your 9 to 5. Because I'm not telling everybody to quit your job and then figure it out. No, I'm telling everybody to figure it out while they still have their job, while they still have some security, while they still have some income. And while you're figuring it out, invest in yourself. Don't figure it out with nothing left. You know what I'm saying? Don't spend all your money on rent, bills, food, and entertainment, and then have nothing else to invest in yourself in to figure it out. You got to set some money aside to educate yourself, and educate yourself in whatever it is that you want to learn more of, whether that be taking a workshop, whether that be taking a class, whether that be hiring a coach or a consultant or anything. But you have to take something away from what you got and put it towards what you want. You know what I'm saying? You have to take something away from what you got and put it towards what you want. And if you don't want to be stuck in a 9 to 5 life forever, if you don't want to be working for someone else forever, if you don't want to be basically a robot or an employee forever, man, you're going to have to plan your escape. Seriously, you're going to have to plan your escape. And whatever that looks like to you is something you're going to have to take action on. Whether that be educating yourself, whether that be investing in new equipment, whether that be investing in your hobby or your interest, whether that be looking for a mentor, whether that be putting time into just practicing your craft or your talent or your art. Whatever it is, you're going to have to invest in yourself while you still have your job. So it's not just a off work and on entrepreneurship. It's both for a number of years. It can be, at least concurrently for a while, and that's if you already have a job. If you don't have a job and you're looking for yourself, man, go all in entrepreneurship now, while you're looking for a job. You know what I'm saying? Create a job while you're looking for one. And I think that's my philosophy, and it was what I was taught growing up. If you can't find a job, create one. And when I was looking for myself and didn't know what to do, I was always, because I was the type, I would never get a job. I would go to interviews, and I don't know what I was doing wrong, or if they just didn't like me, if I just didn't look good enough for them, or whatever the fuck, but I would never get a damn job until I learned how to take these jobs. And it was only security jobs I knew how to take, because they was always in high demand, and I was always qualified. And so those were the only jobs I could effectively just take and land and get if I wanted. But anything else, like when it was coming to like customer service or working in hotels and some all these other positions, I would never get them. I would interview for them, but I would never get them. So I realized that when I can't get a job, it was still on me to create one. Just because someone doesn't give me a job doesn't mean I don't need money, or I don't need help, or I don't need experience, or I don't need benefits or a paycheck or some type of income. So how do I get that? If someone won't give it to me, how do I get that? And I have to create it. And that was the whole point of that interview, is like, how do you create your own opportunities? How do you create your own source of income without being dependent on someone giving me a job? Because that's how I feel. When I go to interview, I feel like I'm begging for them to put me on their team, to put me on, to hire me, to give me something, give me an opportunity to earn money through them. And sometimes it just feels like begging. You know, like, man, fuck you. I'm great. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to convince you to how great I am to do your little tedious, mundane bullshit. You know, but in the end, that's what I was having to do. So, man, I decided to take matters into my own hands. Man, what do I like to do? What can I do well? What is fun for me and work for other people? And it was artwork for me. You know, it was Photoshop. It was marketing. It was things that I could do and get paid 6 figures for a company that will never hire me, or I can do for myself and charge per person, per contract, per client. You know what I'm saying? So I had to build that. I had to create that. You know, and it came from just being tired of begging for income, being tired of begging for somebody to give me a chance to do some shit I don't want to do anyway. You know, and I don't know if it's pride, you know, but it's something that makes me feel like that shit is beneath me. You know, doing what I don't want to do is man, it's horrible. It's like torture, man. We don't have forever on this planet, man. And I think what we also don't have collectively is a sense of urgency, man. Like, time is running out. You know, what do you want to spend your time, your brief moment on this planet doing? Living or slaving? You know what I'm saying? Working? Man, work should be something you enjoy. It should be something that drives you. It should be something that sparks your creativity and your energy, and not something that just drains you just so you can pay a bill to come back to work tomorrow to keep paying that bill. Man, that's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle, and through entrepreneurship, you can get money and be sustainable and take care of bills and rent and all that other stuff while doing what you love to do, while doing what your real calling on this earth is. And I think that's the whole point of entrepreneurship, and that was the whole point of the interview, and that's what I wanted to convey to people, that it's possible, but you have to plan. You have to get some things in place. You have to talk to other people who've done it. You have to talk to entrepreneurs who've made that transition and can show you, like, really the ropes on how to make that transition yourself. Because, like I said, entrepreneurship is not for everybody, but it can be. It can be for you. It's not for everybody, but it can be for you. And what you can do with it is limitless. There's only man, what's the highest position at your job? Tell me right now, what's the highest position at your job? If you got a 9 to 5, what is the highest position at it? Now tell me if you got what it takes to get, or if you even want that highest position. What is is it owner of that company? You know what I'm saying? Is it the president? Is it the CEO? Is it it can't be a manager or anything, because that's someone always over a manager. So what is the highest position at your job? And tell me if you want it. Tell me if that's something that suits you. And tell me if it's possible for you to get it. You know what I'm saying? If the highest position at your job is an owner, man, and that's what you want to strive for, you can make that happen. Because I don't know if you guys remember our interview with Robin Salzer, but Robin Salzer worked at IHOP since he was 16 years old, and by the time he was 22, 23, he owned that IHOP. He owned that IHOP. So he saw the highest position at his job, and he went for it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're working at a job and and the highest position isn't something that interests you, then why are you there? You know what I'm saying? Are you there just to work in the middle or at the bottom forever? No. So if you don't see yourself at the highest position at that job, man, do something else. Make an escape plan to be somewhere where there's no limits, man. Where there's no limits to how much you can make, to what you can earn, to how many customers you can have, to what you can do, man. Stop putting limits on yourself. And I think that's one thing that we do when we just commit to a position and don't commit to ourselves and our interests, is that we put limits on ourselves. And if you do, and if you are a person that commits to a job or a career, that's great, but still be doing something for yourself that taps into your creativity, that taps into who you are, and still be trying to make a buck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you do it for fun, but man, explore opportunities to make money with whatever talent or whatever hobby, whatever interests you, man. Explore ways to make that pay for you. Seriously, because like I said, entrepreneurship, it didn't just set me free, but it literally made me a better person. Entrepreneurship literally made me want to help people, literally made me want to be involved in my community, literally made me want to mentor, literally made me want to volunteer and sponsor and be more of a part of helping others progress. So entrepreneurship is not something that I just do strictly for money. It's not something that I do strictly for the freedom. It's something that I do because it's a life changing, I guess, journey for me. Entrepreneurship was something that changed me as a person, that made me a better person. Not just more effective, of course that's better, but really made me a better person, as in a good person. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something that made me greedy. It's funny how chasing money did not make me greedy. Chasing money made me more giving. And I think we got a misconstruction of what money is. A lot of us think money's evil and bad, but we know we need it. So that's an unhealthy relationship with money. I listened to this artist. He's not an artist. Well, he creates, but he's more of a speaker, mentor, writer. His name is Peter Voog. And he said, I hope it's Peter who said this. If my name is off, it doesn't matter. The point is, he said, people's relationship with money is so unhealthy. It's like consider a therapy session, and you're on one couch and like marriage counseling. You don't want you and money is in the doctor's office or in the marriage counselor's office, and you're talking about your relationship. And you and money, you're talking about how much you hate her, how much how toxic that it is, how much like you don't need money and all this. But in the end, you want money. You still need money. You still trying to get money. So what do you think that psychiatrist is gonna say? You have an unhealthy relationship with money. And I think most of us have an unhealthy relationship with money and don't realize it. We have to know how to embrace it. We have to know how to embrace wanting it, getting it. We have to turn that shit into where money doesn't matter, because we can always get it. We can get enough of it. Like another analogy is like, man, think of money as like the air in the room, man. When you have enough air in the room, nobody worries about how much air they have. Nobody worries about what the air can do and how good it is for their bodies and all that. Like, because we got so much, we don't even think about it. But when it comes to money, it's like we're always worried about it. It's like having to breathe through a tiny straw. Like, the only thing you're worried about is getting that next breath and getting enough air. So that's how it is with money. It's like, when you don't make enough of it, when it's so minute in your life, it's all you can think about. But as soon as you free yourself from having to think about money, the world opens up. But the only way to free yourself from having to think about money is to have a healthy relationship with money and to get money. You know, figure out how to get money to where money ain't a problem no more. But you have to look at money as if it is not the problem. Yeah, of course people are greedy. Of course there's a lot of evil things that happen over money, and money starts wars and funds wars and does so much destruction. But money does a lot of good, because first of all, money is here. Money ain't going nowhere. If it does go anywhere, it takes a different form. It's going to be cryptocurrency. It's going to be credit. It's going to be anything else, but money's not going anywhere. So, the best thing you should do is have a good relationship with money, a positive relationship with money, understand money, and then go get it to where it's not a problem anymore. And the only way to get it in an unlimited way is to be an entrepreneur. The only way to get it to where you have unlimited potential of having it and getting it and receiving it and keeping it is through entrepreneurship. Because everything else has a cap on it. Entrepreneurship, there is no cap. There is no the highest pay grade. I mean, it's just limitless. There is no billionaire employee. There is none. You know what I'm saying? So we have to become that boss. We have to boss the fuck up. To keep it 100 with you, man, we have to understand that money ain't the problem. People are. Limited beliefs are. Misconceptions are. You know what I'm saying? But money's not. Greed is. The desire for people to get money in an unhealthy way is. But money ain't the problem. money itself is not a problem. It's an inanimate object. It can't get up and kill you. Money can't rob you. Money can't rape somebody. Money can't kidnap nobody. Money can't do drugs. You know what I'm saying? Money is not the problem. It's what people do with it and what people will do for it that becomes the problem. So if you have a healthy relationship with money and a healthy way of getting it and a healthy way of keeping it and a healthy way of using it, then money could be the greatest thing in the world for you. Like I said, they say if money can't buy happiness, if you think money can't buy happiness, then you haven't given enough away yet. Then you ain't done nothing for nobody else with it that matters, because, man, that makes me happy. If I had all the money in the world and didn't think I needed another dollar, man, then I would be trying to get it to help somebody else. If I didn't need another dollar for myself, I'd still be trying to make money to do something for other people with. But like I said, it comes with having a healthy relationship with money, a healthy understanding of what money is, what it can do, how to use it, how to leverage it. And you can't do that hating money. You can't do that thinking that shit's evil. You can't do that saying, man, money don't buy happiness, man. Money ain't everything, man. Fuck all that. That's some shit they tell broke people. That's the idea they sell motherfuckers who, so they never even try to get it. So they don't think that's the problem. So they don't think that's the solution. You know what I'm saying? So, man, leave those limiting beliefs and that kind of thinking in the past, because that ain't boss thinking. That ain't boss shit. Seriously, it's not. So anyway, back to the interview, man. Back to the takeaways. Check out today's episode. It's a quick episode, I think about maybe 20 minutes, and it's basically the takeaways that we got from our interview with Stephen Sneed, who basically took the leap of faith and ditched his 9-to-5 work life for an entrepreneur work life, and it was the best decision I think he ever made. I think he thinks it's the best decision he ever made. And the cool thing is, I was at an event with him yesterday and can see the difference. I can see the difference in the money he makes. I can see the difference in the 3 hours in the money he made in the 3 hours at the event yesterday, as opposed to the 8 hours he was spending at his job. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to inspire you. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I don't do that. I'm just trying to inspire you to really tap into yourselves and really see what opportunities are there. Because there are so many opportunities within you, man. You are incredible, man. All of y'all, everybody listening to this, man, I don't think you believe how fucking awesome you are. I don't think you really know or can understand the greatness that you can produce. You know what I'm saying? Because it's as simple as a choice. And I don't think you really understand how to own your choices. Own every single choice. Make every decision a boss decision. Don't do nothing just because. Don't do nothing willy-nilly and just, whatever. I don't know why I did it. Man, fuck that type of thinking. Fuck that type of moving with straight up intent and purpose. I move with nothing less than intent and purpose. Everything I do has a damn reason. Everything I say is for a purpose and for a reason. It's something I'm trying to accomplish. There's an agenda behind every fucking thing I'm trying to do. I don't care if it's from saying hi to you, from selling this product, to being at this event, to showing up to a meeting, man. Everything I'm doing has purpose. And I'm trying to figure out what to do to create more purpose. You know what I'm saying? So everything I do ain't perfect, but everything I do has purpose. You see what I'm saying? So what I do is try to figure out how to make everything I'm doing perfect. You know, how do I really get it? How do I master some of this shit? How do I master my creativity? How do I master my earning potential? How do I master my giving nature? How do I master forgiveness? How do I master self-education? You know, I'm trying to master some shit. And so everything I'm doing is to live on those standards. Is to accomplish something. Is to work towards something. Everything I do is towards moving a needle. You know what I'm saying? And if I am chilling, if you do catch me relaxing, it's not just 100% chilling and relaxing, man. I'm thinking. I'm planning. I'm plotting. When you see me watching the latest show on Netflix or whatever, man, I'm watching it, but I'm plotting and planning on my damn future. Best believe that shit. I'm never, really into superficial shit. I'm not watching shows for face value. I'm looking at how to produce shit. I'm looking at how to create content. Like I said, I'm never turning off. This boss shit doesn't turn off. When you turn it on and really activate it, the shit does not turn off. I bullshit you not. There's nothing in me that is about just whatever. You know what I'm saying? I move with so much purpose. I'm always trying to accomplish something. I always want to make something happen. That's never not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never just chill. I might look like it. I might be cool in the motherfucker, you know, and I might be relaxing. I might be, you know what I'm saying? I might look like I'm chilling, but there's nothing about me that is just content. You know what I'm saying? I always want to make shit happen. I always want to just get to that next level. I always want to experience more. I always want to just whatever greatness looks like to me, I'm always trying to pursue that. And I always have a definition of greatness or success that I'm trying to pursue. And I think that's what a lot of people lack. They lack that drive. They lack that constant goal. They set goals and they reach them and then they cut off. Like they ain't trying to accomplish it until they figure out what their next goal is. That's not me. That's not how I move. There's always shit. There's layers of shit I'm trying to accomplish. There's low-level shit I'm trying to get done, mid-level shit I'm trying to get done, and high-level shit I'm trying to get done. And this is 24/7 all the time. That's the only way you can create and make shit happen out of nothing. There's the only way this shit can manifest is that every waking moment of my life, I'm trying to accomplish something. I'm doing something towards accomplishing something. Whatever that something is, I don't know. You know, it's different on different days, but it all has a collective goal of getting me to my own definition of success, to keep me living my definition of success. You know, and my definition evolves. As soon as I reach a plateau, man, I already see the next goal. I'm already looking at I have to get to a plateau just to see the next one. That's why I'm always trying to reach these different goals, because that's the only way I can see the next thing I'm trying to do, is if I accomplish this. And then when I accomplish that, man, that's just enough to see me to that next level, to see what that next horizon is, to see what that next goal is. You know what I'm saying? So it's a constant move upward. It's a constant move forward. It's never just, all right, man, everything's good now. Because everything ain't never all good now. Think about it. Because even when you solve your problem, there's still a million other fucking problems for people that you love that you'd want to solve. So it ain't never enough, man. It ain't never enough time to be bullshitting. It's only time to be getting it. It's only time to be purposeful and intentional and intent. What's the word I'm looking for? Like intentful, but intentful ain't the word. But being purposeful is. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about being purposeful and moving with intent and really knowing what you want. And to know what you want, you have to know yourself. And that's why I stress knowing yourself. You have to know yourself first, man, to get anything out of life that you really want and that's really deserving and meant for you. Man, you have to know who you are. You have to know what floats your boat. You know what I'm saying? What makes you tick, what gives you that drive. And the only way to discover that is to spend some time with yourself. Stop being afraid to be alone.